Spooky season has arrived, and there are many ways to get out and enjoy the fright this month across the Northland to get you in the spirit.
That's right. And this morning, our very own Peter Kavakowskis is joined by a very special guest to break down some of the best local ways to enjoy the season. Peter, how's it going?
Yeah, that's right, Natalie and Paul. This morning, I am joined by our very own Matt Rasmussen, the self-proclaimed king of Halloween himself. But you may know him in a different role as a resident Ghostbuster, as a member of the Twin Ports Ghostbusters. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning, Matt.
Thank you so much for having me here today, Peter, man. You came to the the Halloween Authority himself.
So I understand you put together a whole list of some of the best kind of frights that you could have all across the Northland. Isn't that right?
Yes, without a doubt. I had to go through and compile my top 5 favorite spooks in the area here. We have the Haunted Forest, the Hellwig Hollow, the Haunted Shack, the Haunted Ship, and the Duluth Ghost Tours. Well, we know a thing or two about the Haunted Shack and the Haunted Ship, so I'd like to shed a little bit of light on the Haunted Forest and the Hellwig Hollow today.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There are a couple of the lesser-known haunts, as they're a little newer in the area, and I say, for all intents and purposes, they rival the Ship and the Shack in every way. I went through the Hellwig Hollow just last week, and everyone really stepped up their game from last year. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, like that's the one to go to all the way out there. That is in Canyon, if you're headed on 53 here. Also, I'll be hitting up the Haunted Forest here. They have a special flashlight tour. They call it their blackout tours. Normally you walk down this haunted trail and they have it all nice and lit up for you so you can see where the ghosts and the spookies are. But if you have your own flashlight, no, they'll be hiding for you. So I'm holding out for that one this year.
And you've also mentioned, of course, the Haunted Ship, a fun staple right here in Canal Park as well.
Yes, that's the one everyone knows. Yeah. And I believe we took a little trip out there a couple of weeks ago.
We did indeed, yeah.
Yeah, here's a little bit of footage from the Haunted Ship. Also, I'd like to shed a little bit of light on the Duluth Ghost Tours, as they are brand new in the area here, and it is their first year doing this, and it is a long 2.5-hour walking tour throughout Canal Park and the surrounding areas. And if you like actual ghosts, they will tell you all about the actual haunted locations in Duluth here, and word on the street is this station is one of the stops on the tour.
Oh, okay. And Natalie and Paul, hopefully we don't have too many haunts here in the station here within the next hour or so while I'm still in the building. But coming up in their next half hour, Natalie, we're going to be talking more about kind of the family-friendly haunts that we can see here in the Twin Ports as well as all across the Northland. Paul?
Well, Peter, yeah, definitely scary to find out that our station may be haunted, but we're looking forward to learning a little bit more about kind of the family-friendly events, maybe for those who aren't interested in kind of those spooky attraction. But we'll check in here with you in our next hour here, Peter. Thanks. Welcome back. Halloween time has arrived. It's time to get out and enjoy the many local attractions to get yourself in the spirit.
That is right. All this morning, our Peter Kavakowskis is breaking down the best local attractions. And Peter, we hear you have some more family-friendly options this time with your guest.
Yeah, that's right, Natalie and Paul. Once again, we are joined by Matt Rasmussen, the self-proclaimed king of Halloween himself. Last half hour, we discussed kind of some of the more frightening options that we could go to, but this half hour, let's delve into some more of the family-friendly options, I guess. You have a whole list once again for us.
Absolutely. These top 5, in no particular order, are some of my favorite family-friendly frights that take place in the area here. Let's take a quick look at that list. Starting off with Boo at the Zoo. Just last weekend, actually, the Ghostbusters themselves were there to take pictures and make sure that everything went through smoothly. We also have the Superior Spooktacular Parade, which is one of my favorite things ever to showcase the Halloween spirit in the Twin Ports here. The Ulu Corn Maze, the Great Pumpkin Train, and Fairlawn's Superstition Tour. That's a fun one.
Could we talk a little bit about each of these and what makes all of these events kind of so fun?
Absolutely, yeah. So we have a little bit of, there's the Ghostbusters there at Boo at the Zoo. So we can talk a little bit about Scarium at the Aquarium. They kind of dress it up for the season and encourage kids to show up in costume, and they can kind of, quote-unquote, trick-or-treat a little bit in the aquarium. We also have the Fairlawn Superstition Tours, which is pretty fun. It's like taking a step back into history. You have some recreation actors that talk to you a little bit about not just superstitions in the area, but things like Friday the 13th and black cats and things that are actually kind of family friendly. So we have that one, and the Ulu Corn Maze, of course, that's a pretty big deal out there. That's a little less than an hour away. That's always a fun one to hit. And the big question, Peterman, which is your favorite Halloween event in the area?
I can't say that I've been to any of them yet. So.
What? Well, who are you talking to, Peterman?
I know.
I demand you go out there and have some spooky fun.
Well, we still have like 2 weeks left, don't we? So
We do, but time's a ticking.
Yeah.
It's time to do these things now. They're all happening right now. Usually the weekends leading into Halloween. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, at various times. I wish there was a little bit of space to put all of the places and locations and times on that list. But if you're interested, you can hit up our website. We'll talk a little bit more about it.
And time is a ticking, but there is plenty of fun ways to get into the Halloween spirit this October, guys. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, it's always nice to have royalty in the studio. We don't have it too often, but the king of Halloween, Matt Rasmussen, there we go.